Good morning, students. Today we will study the formal organization and informal organization as a part of organizing. Now, there are two types of organizational structure. One is formal, another one is informal. So, first we will study about some features of formal organization. Formal organization means if we talk about the definition, then formal organization is that type of organization which follows all the rules and regulations of individual as a professional or according to their post or designation. What all relationship they create, they maintain, that is formal. So if we see the features of formal organization, so formal organization is created by organization. It means people who don't know anybody, but those who are working in the same organization for long, they they know each other, but their recognition is as per their post, not as per their personal interest. Then second is deliberately created. Deliberately created means it is intentionally created. Intentionally created means everybody has to take the work from each and everybody, or one person has to take the work from other. So they have that relationship of work. So basically they have work relationship, not any other. Then, in formal organization, each individual has assigned with a specific job. Specific job here it means everybody knows what they have to do for what they have come to the organization. Then, in formal organization, the relationship between superior and subordinate can be maintained. Even if two real brothers are working in an organization, one is senior, another is junior, they have the relationship of boss, superior or subordinate, not as a brother in office. So they are maintaining which type of relationship? Formal relationship. So this is about the formal organization. Now, we will see the advantages of formal organization. So, if we see the advantages of formal organization, these are systematic working, achievement of organizational objective, no overlapping of work, coordination, and more focus on work. So, the first advantage is systematic working. If everybody is clear with their job assignment, they know that to whom and when they have to talk or they have to discuss. It means they are there only for their work, not for any other gossip. Second, if we see achievement of organizational objective, basically everybody who is coming to the organization for work, their main aim is to get the organizational objective done. They are not coming to maintain their personal relationship or to make the gossip of any kind. Since everybody has their specific job profile, everybody knows all their do's and don'ts, the maintenance, the discipline of the organization, so it avoids any kind of overlapping. So the another advantage of formal organization is no overlapping of work. Next advantage is coordination among all. Coordination among all means everybody has their job profile and how they have to coordinate with other. So since they are only for work there, they maintain the full discipline in working pattern, so the coordination automatically develops. So it is another advantage of formal organization. Next is more focus on work. Definitely no gossip, no informal talk, no other than organizational work talk. So the focus what they put on is on work, not to any other talks. So these are the advantages of formal organization. Now, disadvantages of formal organization. So the disadvantages of formal organization are delay in action, ignore social need of employees, emphasis on work only. So of course, when there are lot of advantages, there are some disadvantages also. So the first is delay in action. Now what happens while following the scalar chain and chain of command, as a formal organization it is required. So this type of action sometimes gets delay in the formal structure. The work which can be done in 5 minutes can take more than 1 day, because everything has to go with proper channel. Then next is ignore social need of employees. So what happens here? Formal organizational structure does not give importance to psychological and social needs of employee. Sometimes they are lethargic, sometimes they are tired, sometimes there may be any kind of problem by which they cannot do the work, which may lead to demotivation of employees. The next is emphasis on work only. Now emphasis on work only means the formal organization structure gives importance to work only. It does not pay any attention or any importance to the human relations, talents, creativity, etc. What they know is they want their work to be done anyhow at any cost, irrespective of anybody's other needs. So these are the disadvantages of formal organization: delay in action, ignores social need of employee, emphasis on work only. Thank you.